Chelsea, Sam. Oh, 2 Chelseas this morning. Awesome. All right. Morning, Chris. Lynn. Welcome, everyone. All right. My name's Chelsea, and we're going to get started in Child's Pose. So everyone make your way to your hands and your knees. And bring your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Press your hips to your heels. Begin to take some deep breaths in and out of your nose. Stretch your fingertips to the top of your mat. On your exhale, drop your hips back a little more. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take 3 more breaths here, really dropping into your practice this morning and getting here on your mat, present to your breath, present to any sensations in your body. And take 1 more big inhale together. Empty out. Ha. Downward facing dog. Curl your toes under and lift your hips to the sky. Go ahead and pedal your legs out. Shake your head loose. Yes and no. Yes again. And pull your chin to your chest. Fill your lungs to capacity. Open your mouth. Let out a sigh. And cross your right ankle over your left. Our right ankle crosses over your left. Draw your left heel down towards the floor, towards the back of your mat. So you're starting to create a stretch in the back of your left calf. Keep your breath going. And just notice, like, if you, between those little transitions, lose your breath, it's okay, that'll happen, but come back to your Ujjayi breath. 1 more deep inhale. Deep exhale. And switch sides. Cross your left ankle over your right. Press through your right heel, center of your right heel. And creating a nice deep stretch in the back of your right calf. Let your head, your neck hang between your arms. Full breath in. Empty it out. Uncross your ankles. And walk your hands back to your feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. So you'll be at the back of your mat. Reach the crown of your head down towards the floor. And take your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So you're pulling in 2 opposite directions here. Crown of your head down, tailbone up. I'll pull your chest towards your thighs. Maybe you bend your knees a little bit more. Soften your joints here. And rest your hands wherever's comfortable. If you want to grab opposite elbows or take your fingertips to your mat. Maybe you interlace your hands behind your back. So lots of options here. What feels good for your body this morning? 3 more breaths. Everyone bend your knees even more. Shake your head loose, yes and no. Yes again. Downward facing dog. And walk your dog back out. Take your hands and your feet a little wider this time. Your stance a little wider. Yeah, second down dog of your practice. Just going somewhere new. Getting out of autopilot. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, empty. Step your feet to your hands, ragdoll. And take your feet really wide to the edges of your mat or perhaps past the edges of your mat this morning. Again, bend your knees, soften your joints. And where can you create ease in your practice this morning versus effort? Deep breath in. Empty out. Bring your fingertips to your mat. And keep your right fingertips, your right foot down on the floor. Take your left hand, your left leg up towards the sky. You're going to come into half moon. Breathe. So you can bring your right fingertips to a block or a prop. That works great too. Bring the earth to you. I'm just breathing here. Set your gaze up towards your top thumb. Maybe you go for your top foot, take a bind, sugar cane. Deepen your breath. Root down through the inner arch of your standing foot. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Lower your left foot to the floor. You're going to switch sides. Keep your left fingertips to your left foot on your mat. Take your right hand, your right leg up, half moon. And this doesn't have to be perfect. It can be messy. It's giving up, getting it right, and just breathe. That's all you have to do to be successful in your practice this morning is breathe. Slight bend to your left knee. If you took a bind on the other side, maybe you go for a bind on this side. Bend your top knee, catch your top foot. Everyone, pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Integrate your shoulders like you're squeezing a quarter between your shoulder blades. Take a full breath. Exhale, lower your right foot, your right hand to the floor. One more, inhale. Exhale, empty. Toe heel your feet together, big toes touch. Take a breath, stand all the way up, mountain pose. Fingertips to the sky, press down into the four corners of your feet. Breathe in, exhale, hands to your heart center. Begin our practice with one Om. Take a breath. Mountain pose, reach up, look up, forward fold. Bring your fingertips to your mat or to your shins. Deep breath in, lift halfway, flatten out your back. Reach the crown of your head to the top of your mat. And slightly tuck your chin here. The back of your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Full breath. Exhale. High plank. Step your feet to the back of your mat. Gaze between your hands at your drishti. 3 breaths here. Notice where your heels are at. Bring your heels over your toes. Pit of your belly, in and up, engaging your core. Take another breath. Come forward and down, low plank. Hover above your mat or go to your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your chest to the top of your mat, upper arm bones to the back of your mat. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Empty out. Do that again. Inhale. Let all the air go. Bend your knees, lift your heels, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway rise. Fold, stand up, mountain pose, reach to the sky, press down into the 4 corners of your feet. Bow forward. Lift halfway. High plank. Are you breathing here, taking in the fullest amount of air possible? Low plank. Upward facing dog. Pull your outer shins in towards one another. Downward facing dog. Deep breath. Open your mouth, let out a sigh. Ha. Bend your knees, look forward. Leap to the top of your mat. Half rise. Fold. Mountain pose, 1 breath. Root to rise. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lift your heels, fly to the top of your mat. Half rise. Fold. Mountain, reach up, look up. Take a bow. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Go again, another sun A. Float to the top of your mat. Half rise. Fold. Mountain, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bow. Lift halfway. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take your tailbone to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last sun A, float forward. Half rise. Fold. Mountain. Tuck your tailbone. Lift your pelvis. Bow forward. Rise halfway. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. And set your gaze between your feet. And hopefully you're starting to feel a little awakening happening in your body this morning here. Keeping a softness in your joints, bend your knees, bend your elbows slightly. Take one more breath. Empty out. Look forward. Walk or jump. Half rise. Fold. Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Reach your fingertips to the sky. And notice if your bottom wants to stick out here, you're going to tuck your tailbone under. Lift the front of your pelvis as your tailbone descends. Deepen your breath. And sit your hips down a little lower. And deep inhales and exhales. Your breath is your anchor in your practice. Keep lowering your hips towards the floor. Really getting into your legs. 2 more breaths here. And when it feels like a lot, I invite you take another breath in, sit down even lower, fold, half lift, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior 1. Spin your back foot flat, reach your arms to the sky. And notice your front knee. Now bring your front knee over your front ankle. Now set your gaze at a point in front of you. Now listen for the quality of your breath, checking back in with your breath. Reach up, look up between your hands, full breath in, plant your hands on your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to your left hand, warrior 1. And root into the knife edge of your back foot. Ground down the 4 corners of your feet. And come forward in your front leg a little bit more. And reach up, look up, lengthen through your rib cage all the way up through your fingertips. Low push up. Up dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Walk or float forward. Half rise. Fold. Utkatasana. Sit your hips low, reach your hands high. And pull your upper arm bones back by your ears. If it's easier here, you could bring your arms into cactus arms. It's a great way to modify this. I remember, try easy, not hard in your practice. Scoop your tailbone under, lift your pelvis towards your belly button. Take a breath, exhale, fold. Lift halfway, walk or jump back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Right side, warrior 1, take a big step forward, plant your feet, reach your hands to the sky. Lift, spread all 10 toes apart on your mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, come into your front leg even more, bringing your front thigh parallel to your mat. At least that direction, like shooting for that. And create awakening in your body. Firm up your back leg. Pull your leg muscles up into your hips. 1 more breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior 1. Take a breath. Reach up to the ceiling. Set your foundation up here. Press down into the 4 corners of your feet. And come forward in your front leg. Stack your front knee over your front ankle. A little bit more here. Take a full breath in, reach up, Chaturanga, Up Dog, Downward Facing Dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, lift your heels, and Lynn and everyone, look to the top of your mat. Go there. Half rise, fold, Utkatasana. Bow forward. Lift halfway, Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Know where we're going now. So reach up, get into your front leg, your fullest expression. We won't be here long. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Take a breath, reach up, look up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath in. One breath out. Go again, another sun B, walk or jump forward. Half rise, fold, Utkatasana, squeeze your leg muscles. Bow forward. Half rise, shoot back, Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, right side, warrior one, big step forward, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog, left side, warrior one, stay with your breath, move at your pace. Low push up. Upward facing dog, hold it here. Upper arm bones go straight to the back of your mat. Set your gaze slightly towards the ceiling. One more breath. Your exhale, down dog. And gaze between your feet here. And soften your joints. And pull your chin towards your chest. There's an opportunity to reset here. And just checking back in with your body. Take a deep breath. Open your mouth, let out a sigh. Ha. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. And come forward, high plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. And right side plank. Spin your heels towards the left side of your mat. Reach your left arm, left leg up towards the sky. And pull your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Set your gaze to your top thumb. Breathe. Maybe you catch your ankle or your big toe with your peace fingers. Flex your toes. Activate your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, look down, high plank. And take a few breaths here in your high plank. You always have the option to drop your knees here, and high plank is an awesome way to take that pose. I'm at 3 breaths. Scoop your tailbone, lift your pelvis to your belly button. Inhale. On your exhale, switch to the other side. Left side plank. Left hand down. And take your right hand, your right leg up towards the sky. And your gaze to your right thumb. And wherever you feel called to go, go. Maybe you lift your leg, maybe you take a bind, maybe a wild thing, plant your top foot flat on your mat behind you. And so many possibilities. Lift your chest. Integrate your shoulders. Pull your shoulders in towards your spine. Take one more breath. High plank. And move right into the other side. Side plank. We'll do it again. Right side plank. You can drop your right knee to the floor or stack your ankles. 5 breaths. And just committing fully to these next 5 breaths. Whatever it looks like, messy, if you fall out, like it's okay, come back. Lift your hips. Lift your heart towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. You've got this. Stay with it. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Move right into the other side. Left side plank. This is it. Last one we're going to do. Last opportunity. Give this your 100%. Press through the four corners of your feet. 5 deep breaths. And what's possible? Where could you take this? 3 more breaths. Keep your toes flexed. Pull them towards your face. Big inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open your mouth. Let out a sigh. Ha. Step your right foot to your right hand. Crescent lunge. Both of your feet face 12 o'clock. Reach your arms up towards the sky. And notice your back heel. Bring your back heel over your back toes. And press the back of your left thigh up towards the ceiling. Breathe in together. Exhale, launch off your back foot. Come into warrior 3. Gonna reach your arms towards the front of your mat. Lift your left leg to the sky. And the same thing with your chest here. You wanna lift your chest, almost like you're in upward facing dog. And pull your upper arm bones back. Deepen your breath. And spread your toes, your fingers apart wide. One more inhale. Exhale, go back to your crescent lunge. Hands to your heart center. Twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Option to bring your left knee to the floor. Set your gaze up at the ceiling. And then deepen your breath. I don't know I'm speaking to it like a lot this morning, but that's the first thing I forget to do in my practice is breathe. And so keep coming back to your anchor, your breath. Lift your chest off of your front thigh. Maybe you open up and take your hands apart. Left hand to your mat or block, right hand to the sky. If you want to take a half a bind, bring your top hand to your lower back, or maybe a full bind, try interlacing your hands under your right thigh for 3. Stay with it. 2, lift your chest. Don't let your chest collapse here. Shoulder blades to your spine. Inhale. 1, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Really great work. And get to do it again on the other side. Bring your left foot to your left hand. Crescent lunge. Both feet at 12. Lift your back heel, stack it over your back toes. Not being in a rush to go to the next thing. And taking the time to set your foundation up. Press the back of your right thigh up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in. And on your exhale, press off your back foot, warrior 3. Reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Lift your back leg. And draw your right inner thigh up. 3 breaths. You can bring your hands to your heart center if you need a little less intensity this morning. 1 more breath. Exhale, crescent lunge. Hands to your heart center. Twist to your left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee or that direction. Set your gaze towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you're at. Breathe. And open up. Bring your right hand to your mat or a block, maybe a half a bind or a full bind here. Go for it. You've got 3 more breaths. Each breath, open your chest. Lift your chest a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen. Good, Chris, pull your shoulders in a little bit more. Twist. Everybody, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Empty it out. Look forward. Jump to the top of your mat. Half rise. fold, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, reach your arms to the sky. Hands to your heart center, twist to your right. And take a peek at your knees, align your knees with one another. Press down to the center of your heels, pull your toes up from your mat. Spread your toes apart wide. Take a full breath in. Exhale, reach back up, Utkatasana. Squeeze your leg muscles, like really strong, solid in your legs. Hands to your heart center, twist left. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Set your gaze at one point above you. Take a full breath in. Exhale, press your chest off your thighs, twist, Utkatasana, reach back to center. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart, twist right, go again. Yeah, and like you can choose to view this however you want to. This could be like another opportunity for you, or there could be dread here for you. Like, what are you choosing? What's your perspective? Shift where you need to. Take a deep breath in. And your exhale, reach back up to the sky, Utkatasana. Hands to heart center, twist left. Lower your hips in line with your knees. Hug skin to muscle to bone. Take another deep breath in. Exhale your fullest expression. Release, ragdoll. Separate your feet about hip width distance. Grab opposite elbows. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. As creating vitality in your body this morning. The beautiful part about that is that you have access to that vitality any time you want, anytime you need, already within you. And Ashley and everyone, let your head drop towards your mat and shake it loose. Yes and no. Yes again. Maybe you sway left and right. And catch your big toes with your peace fingers. And pull your chest towards your thighs as much as you can. Maybe that means you bend your knees more. And set your gaze at the back of your mat. And 5 breaths here. Each breath, see if you can pull your chest a little closer to your thighs. Press your tailbone up towards the sky. And 2 more breaths, stay with it. Don't rush through your practice. I promise it's going to be over before you know it. Stay and breathe. Everybody, inhale. Exhale, get empty. Do that one more time. Deep breath. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Go ha, lion's breath. Release your toes. Slide your hands underneath your feet, gorilla. Bring your toes to the insides of your wrist crease. Shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Lighten your heels. And pull your chin to your chest. Do wonders for the back of your neck. Gaze at the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Your exhale, pull your chest a little closer to your thighs. If you can rest your chest on your thighs, go for it. And keep shifting forward. Maybe you play, lift one heel, the other heel, or maybe both heels, balance on your hands. You can tell everybody you did a handstand today, right? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands, toe heel your feet together. Lift halfway, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, empty. And take your feet out really wide in your down dog. So feet to the edges of your mat. You're going to bend your knees until your knees line up with your ankles. So knees line up with your ankles. Shins are going to be parallel to your mat. And look forward, hop your feet to your wrists or step your feet to your wrists. And hop or step back to down dog. And once you're in your down dog again, same thing. Bend your knees, line your knees up with your ankles, hop forward. Go again. And hop back. And keep going just like that. Breathe, hopping back and forth. But before you hop forward from your down dog, lining your knees up with your ankles. Keep going. Option to step 1 foot at a time forward and back is a great way to modify this. We'll go for 10 more. Breathe. 9, 8. Gaze in the direction you want to go. 7. Pit of your belly in and up. Keep your core engaged. 6 more. You've got this. Keep hopping. 5, halfway there. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. 4. 3 more in the home stretch. 2. 1 more. Hop forward and hop back, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths in your down dog. Or if you need a little bit more, maybe child's pose, a little bit more rest this morning. What I love about this practice is that it's not a one size fits all. It's depending upon the day or what my body's capable of, my practice looks different each time. And what's going on with my neighbor is not necessarily what I need. There's so much room and freedom for expressing in this practice. And so I invite you just checking in, like, what are you expressing this morning in your practice? Take a full breath, empty it out, look to the top of your mat, walk or jump there. Lift halfway, fold, and stand up, mountain pose. Catch your hips with your hands, standing leg raise. Bend your right knee. Place your right palm on your right knee, or if you can catch your big toe with your peace fingers, go for it. If you have your big toe with your peace fingers, straighten your right leg out in front of you. Everybody press down through the 4 corners of your feet. Open up, take your right leg to the right side of your mat, left arm to the left side of your mat. Set your gaze towards your left thumb. Yeah, you fall out, it's okay. Laugh, smile, come back. Aaron and everyone, keep pressing down through the inner arch of your left foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring everything back to center. Keep your right knee bent. Reach your arms to the sky. Airplane, press your right leg to the back of your mat. Bring your arms by your side. Palms of your hands face down. Lift your chest higher than your hips. Yeah, just like a regular airplane. You want to keep it flying upright. Set your gaze 2 inches in front of you. Pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, bring your fingertips to your mat. Come into standing split. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Lift it higher. Stay here or go for a bind. Bend your top knee, catch your top foot. Set your gaze at one point at the back of your mat. And hold here for 3. Draw your right heel towards the ceiling. 2. 1 more deep breath in. Come back up into your airplane. Reach your arms to the back of your mat. Spark your toes, palms of your hands face down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your right foot to the floor, arms by your side. Everybody take a breath. Empty out. Standing leg raise. Bend your left knee. Bring your left palm to your left knee or go for your big toes with your peace fingers. You can straighten your left leg if you have your big toe. Open up. Left leg towards the left side of your mat, right arm to the right side of your mat. Set your gaze at your right thumb, even if it means that you fall out. Pull your front rib cage in. Expand your chest, your upper back. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring everything back to your center line. Reach up, airplane. Press your left foot to the back of your mat. Lift your left leg up. Lift your chest up. Bring your chest higher than your hips. Deepen your breath here. A slight bend to your right knees. Soften your joints. Everybody lift your chest higher. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your fingertips to your mat. You want to stay on your fingertips versus pressing into your palms. Mindful you're not collapsing into your wrists here. You can also bring your fingertips to a block. Standing split. I'm going to go for a bind here. Bend your top knee, catch your top foot. Your choice. 3 breaths. Being in action here in these 3 breaths, not just waiting for the next pose to come. Rooting down through your standing foot. Press your left heel up. Flex your toes. And come back, airplane. This time, interlace your hands behind your back, or try interlacing your hands behind your back. You can also grab elbows or wrists here if you have tight shoulders. Lift your chest. Big breath in, everyone. Exhale, lower your left foot to your mat. Stand up, arms by your side. Breathe in. Empty out. Step to the top of your mat. Tree, place your right foot above or below your left knee. If you're modifying, leave your right big toe on your mat. Hands to your heart center. Gaze out over your middle fingers. Listen for the quality of your breath. What is the quality of your breath here? Grow your tree, reach your arms to the sky. You can take this into a back bend if you feel called to go there. Look up, lift your chest towards the sky. Everybody pull your upper arm bones back by your ears. Deep breath in. Lower your right foot to your mat. Switch sides. Tree, bring your left foot above or below your right knee. Hands to your heart center. Set your gaze out over your fingertips. Keep a micro bend in your right knee. Soften your joints. That includes your face, your jaw, right? That's a joint. Some very serious trees this morning. Bring some ease. Reach up, grow your tree. And if you're not sure where to start to create ease, then start with your breath. It's a great place to create ease in your practice. Now reach up. If you're taking a back bend, go for it here. Deep breath in. Lower your left foot to the floor. Sweep your arms to the sky, mountain pose. Reach up, bow forward. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Right foot to your right hand, warrior 1. Press off your back foot, warrior 3. Take your fingertips to the top of your mat. Extend your arms forward. Dial all 5 of your toes in your left foot down towards the earth. Square your hips. Lift your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your left foot back onto your mat. Come into your warrior 1, arms up. Take a breath, straighten your front leg. Triangle. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right shin, or block is great. And reach your left hand to the sky. Gaze up towards your top thumb. Stack your shoulders over one another. Take a breath. Reach. Untwist, pull your top lung back, your bottom lung forward. Press down into your heels. Pull your toes up, reach up, expand, open, and bring your hands to the floor. Step your back foot up halfway. And keep your left fingertips on your mat or a block. Reach your right hand to the sky, twisting triangle. Press down to the center of your heels. And if your back heel wants to lift from your mat, step your back foot up a little more. Breathe. Everyone breathe here. Set your gaze to your top thumb. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Undo that one more time. Breathe, reach up, expand from the inside out. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Press off your back foot, warrior three. And how could this warrior three be different from all the other warrior threes that you've taken this morning? How can you shift what's possible when you get out of your head into your body? Lift your back leg up, lift your chest. Take a deep breath in, plant your right foot back onto your mat, warrior one, and take a breath, and straighten your front leg, triangle. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left shin or a block. Reach your right hand to the sky. Press down into the four corners of your feet. Reach up. Pull your top lung back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more together. Reach, expand, open. Set your gaze down at your mat. Bring your hands to the floor. Step your back foot up halfway. Leave your right hand fingertips on the earth. Take your left hand to the sky, twisting triangle. Again, pressing down to the center of your heels. Ground yourself here. Gaze up. When you're solid in your foundation, then that leaves room for you to expand to really get into the twist in your upper body. Deep breaths. Making your way to your fullest expression. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Downward facing dog. And bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Come forward, high plank. And lower all the way to your belly. Rest on your favorite cheek. And switch cheeks. And bring your forehead to the center of your mat. Arms by your side, palms of your hands face down. Locust Pose, Salabhasana. Lift up, lift everything but your hips from the earth. Set your gaze 2 inches in front of you. Slightly tuck your chin to your chest. Full breath in, lift your fullest expression. Come all the way down. Wiggle your hips, knees side to side. 1 breath in, 1 breath out, and go again. Locust, lift up. Draw your inner thighs up towards the sky. Flex your toes towards your knees. Big breath, big expression here. Come down, bring your chest to your mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or jump through to seated. Make your way onto your back, set up for bridge. Plant your feet flat on your mat. And walk your heels back till they touch your fingertips. Lift your hips to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your back. I want to shimmy your shoulder blades in towards one another. If you have a block, you can use a block between your legs. Squeeze your block here. And open your eyes. Set your gaze at 1 point above you. I promise you, closing them, that doesn't do anything. You're still gonna be in bridge when you open them. So you might as well be all in. Take a breath, lift your hips higher, and lower your hips to the floor. Take your knees side to side. And wheel. Plenty enough warmed up for wheel now. Place your hands by your ears, straighten your arms, and lift. If you have injury or something like that going on in your body, then take another bridge. But if you have wheel in your practice, I invite you to go. Press down into the four corners of your feet. One breath in. Exhale, hips to the floor. Knees side to side. And go again. Wheel. Hands by your ears, straighten your arms, lift up. Don't spend too much time thinking about it. Just go, be in action here. Breathe. Good, Sam, and everyone, bring your knees over your ankles. Take a full breath. Chin to chest, come down. Take your knees side to side. Go again, wheel, pop up. You've got this. Set the tone for your Tuesday. If nothing else, do it for Taco Tuesday, right? Take a deep breath, press down, lift your fullest expression. Come all the way down, hips to the floor. One breath in, one breath out. Go again, wheel, press down, lift up. Take what you need, but go now. Lift your hips to the sky. You can do this. Breathe. Press up your fullest expression. Lower your hips to your mat. Knees left and right. I'm going to do one more. Wheel. This is it. Lift up for you. Lift up for your neighbor. Hold this one here. 3. Tuck your tailbone. Lift your pelvis. 2. Press up higher. One more breath. Exhale. Come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together. Let your knees fall open wide. Hand to your heart, a hand to your belly. Interlace your hands behind your head. Or you can bring your fingertips to your temples, but glue the bottoms of your feet together. Pull your toes back towards your knees. Lift your shoulder blades 2 inches from your mat. Start to pulse towards the ceiling. Chin and chest to the sky. Breathe. Keep going here. We're going to say we'll do like an even 50, and this will be it for abs. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Knees to your chest. Great job. Take a breath. Let out a sigh. Rock and roll from your head to your tailbone 3 times. If you can get your feet up over your head, go for it. And just making your way right into frog. All this lovely rain. It's a great day for frog. And fold the edges of your mat in just enough that your knees have some cushioning. Bring your knees, your ankles onto the folded edges of your mat. And make your way to your forearms. You can use a block here underneath your rib cage or to your forehead. But making your way there with a sense of urgency. You don't want to miss this frog. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. Press your hips back. Should feel a stretch happening in your hips, your thigh area. Keep your toes flexed. And soften your joints. And one thing that my practice has taught me is that when things get uncomfortable, especially when things get uncomfortable, it's important to keep showing up anyways. And really, all this practice is doing is teaching me to stay and to show up in my life when things get uncomfortable, to speak my truth. And so I invite you, no matter how your frog looks or feels this morning, just keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep peeling the layers back. Three more breaths. Press your hips back as much as you can, making your way to your fullest expression. Maybe you come off of your forearms. Inhale. Exhale, empty. Very mindfully, you make your way out onto your belly first. Take your legs out behind you last. Unfold the edges of your mat. Make your way onto your back. If you have a block nearby or a pillow, whatever you have, place it under your hips. Raise your legs to the sky, coming into waterfall. We'll take something restorative. And bring your ankles over your hips. Still very active in this part of your practice. Deepen your breath. Pull your toes back towards your face. Deep breath in. Then a deep breath out. Lower your legs back onto the floor. Remove the block from underneath you if you have one. Hug your knees into your chest. Let your knees fall to the right side of your mat. Take your arms out into a T shape, a gentle supine twist. And pull the pit of your belly in and up. Breathe in. Empty out. Switch to the other side. Let your knees fall to the left. Arms still out in a T shape. And press your shoulders down into your mat. And come back to center, butterfly, feet together, let your knees fall open. Hand to your heart, hand to your belly. And just soaking up these last few moments of your practice this morning. Take a breath in. Hold it at the top. And let it go. Ha. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Bring your arms by your side. Savasana, final rest. Nothing to do but be still here. Deepen your breath. And bring some gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take your head side to side. And roll to your right hand side. And with your eyes closed, press yourself up to seated, facing the top of your mat. And sitting up tall. Place your hands at your heart's center. And we'll seal our time together with one Om. Breathe in. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. The love and the light in me honors and sees the love and the light in each of you. Namaste. Awesome job, everyone. Really great work this morning. Maybe a little high 10 if you're in the Zoom camera there. Thank you all so much. I want to acknowledge the ladies in the room practicing here, and I always want to acknowledge all of you on Zoom for showing up this morning. I see the work that you're doing. Continue to show up and to do that work, and just, keep moving, breathing, and taking this time for yourself. Before you go, I just want to invite you. On the 13th, we have our 200-hour teacher leader development program with Lewis and Leah. And then on 28th, we have our 40 Days to Your Personal Revolution program with Frank Markowski. That's Sundays at 7:15 p.m. at our Southside location. So would love to have you join us for those programs. If you have any questions, reach out to us at the studio. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, your week. Thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Good to see everybody this morning.
Good to see you too. Thanks.
My pleasure. Chelsea, nice to see you. Sam, good to see you. I was loving seeing your puppy dogs.
You too.
I can't see you. I'll move over here so I can see you. Thanks for coming this morning.